Good morning. It's 9:15 on Monday the 16th. This video is being made for NLMK. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of our shop, and this is the little deck crane I was telling you about that we had, and I couldn't remember the name of it, Broderson. But we've got a couple of tanks. These are going to the Gaza Strip that are under hydro testing and whatnot. These are all single wall tanks. That your tanks were supposed to be right after. These are single wall tanks, and I want to come in here and show you exactly what I was trying to explain the other day about the way we typically do double wall tanks. So this is a double wall tank that's 6 foot in diameter, and basically the way we've done this in the past is creating two tanks separately from each other and then weld them together once they're inside. You can see anywhere where there's a flange, there's actually been a bigger cutout so that the structural weld goes against the inside wall, and you can see this a little bit more clearly right here. So this tank also will go into hydro testing. We'll keep this open while so we can detect any leaks very easily. And this is as opposed to your tanks, which are both walls are built together. Obviously 6 foot and obviously much shorter than your tanks, as you can see. So just over maybe 10 foot tall at the most. But you can see in here the detail with the it's actually like a knuckle bottom. So in this essence, it's two tanks that are put together as one. So one outside shell here is made separate from the inside shell, and then they are put together. And I can show you that a little bit more on a 10 footer that we're doing here. This is a 10-foot shell. That's the outside shell. That's not quite 18 feet tall, and then this is the inside of that same shell. You can see the details such as external veil put on here so that if there's any fluid that comes in. But again, these two are made totally separately, and this one will be using our overhead crane system and gantry system, and this one will actually be put into that one and then welded together. So there will be a space of approximately 3 inches between the outside of the inside shell and the outside shell. So very similar to the smaller tank. And that's the way we typically would do things. Anything that would be less than 20 foot tall and less than 10 foot diameter, 12 foot diameter. I'm going to take you back here real quick. Hold on just 1 second, Jorge. Videotaping some stuff. So this is the area that your shells were going to be produced on. Should have been following that right there. This is our filament winding machine area. Nothing real proprietary here, but 72 strands get pulled through a resin bath and onto a mandrel, and this is this is the working end of our filament winding machine. The smaller pipes go here, medium-sized pipes, and then your size are produced up here. So you can see it's quite large, and we do have, you know, a overhead system that is rated for 2 tons each side, and that's fine until you get way over 4-ton limit. The shells are made on your particular project as 20-foot shells or 23-foot shells, and then cut down to 20-foot shells because there's a turnaround area that we lose about 1.5 foot. And this is the shell that your pipe was going to be made on. This is another of our machines, and this is one of two 9,000 pound forklift heisters. The other one broke, moving your pieces. And this is typically how we pull the pipe. We use collars here, and this big fixture here is what we pull. You know, the shell will be over there, and then the pipe pulled. As you may or may not know, fiberglass shrinks when it cures, and so what we typically do, we'll have to use big pulling fixtures to pull the mandrel or the mold part out after we do that. And to do that, we're using a big pulling fixture here, gear reduced, to pull it straight out. You can see the weight, additional weight sometimes we have to put on it. So that's where the pipe gets pulled, and this is the mandrel here that was set up to do the job. Unfortunately, the way that this is right now, this is so heavy, in addition to the double shell, is what really has caused us fits. But anyway, I hope this shows you a little bit more about some of our challenges, and we'll be talking about this soon.